All right, so let me show you how to win new jobs on Upwork. Now, I just went ahead and searched my inbox for invitation to interview, and as you can see, I've been invited since when's the first date here? Hold on, it looks like I think it was in March. 170 different interviews since March 9th. Okay, so as you can see, I've been invited to 170 different projects on Upwork. That means people are seeking out my profile and inviting me, literally asking for me to bid on their project. That is the goal in Upwork. And I want to show you in my course how to really understand the algorithms that Upwork goes by and how to be selected at the top of search results for your industry. And as you can see, I'm kind of proving it here by and how let's see, I calculated the days here. From March 9th to today is 153 days. So I get invited over one a day to projects that meet my criteria. And let me tell you, my criteria is pretty strict. I mean, I don't even bid on projects less than $2,000, and almost always they have to be recurring. So I do get invited. I am at the top of search engines for a lot of marketing related searches, and I'm going to show you a little bit about the tricks of the trade. But I want you to do two things first. Number one, I want you to download Quick Text Paste, and there's a lot of websites. If you just go ahead and just put Quick Text Paste, sorry, into Google, you will get like CNET and all these other places that will allow you to download it. It's a free download, and what Quick Text Paste looks like is this. It's a little icon right here, and this allows you to paste quick items that you might type often on your computer. And for one example is bidding on job letters that I'm about to show you. So go ahead, and it's really easy to use this. I don't need to go through a class and showing you how to use this, but all you would do is you would type it in this box like you're writing an email or something, and then you just assign a keyboard shortcut to it. So for this particular one, I left Windows key and then U, right? So anytime I hit left Windows key and U, it's going to spit out this text right here. And this is the text I use to bid on Upwork jobs. So go ahead and download that so you don't have to keep typing the same things over and over again when you're bidding on jobs. Now, let me show you some tricks about Upwork. First and foremost, Upwork will rank your profile higher the more completed it is filled out. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to think of a really good headline. Now, you're not in this alone. I'm going to, at the end of this course, if you still need help filling this out, I'm going to help you fill out a really eye-catching title. I'm going to help you with your grammar and the way things should be structured on your profile. So I need you to get started, though, and do this your best effort first. There's a particular structure. I've been through at least 30 iterations of this profile, and this is the one where I started getting lots and lots of interviews. First and foremost, you need a project title that fits your ideal client and what you're looking for. So for me, I'm a marketing strategist. I do high-end marketing. You're not going to catch me doing social media or doing filling out MailChimp profiles or setting up accounts at drip marketing companies. You're going to see me doing high-level strategy work. Okay, so that marketing strategist title is in the title of my profile. Now, very, very important, you need a video. I don't care what your video, the quality of it, of course, the better it is, the more you're representing yourself, but get something up there, because just having a video is going to rank you higher. Now, I have done lots and lots of searches on Upwork on myself through various marketing terms, pretending like I'm a client, and to see how many people have videos in their profile. Over half of all the people in the top 10 of search results from the searches that I've done have videos. So if you do not have a video, you are putting yourself at a disadvantage. All you have to do is put a video on YouTube, go into your profile, and just click the add video and just link it in. Now, my video is something very, very simple. It's just me sitting in front of my office desk, just talking about what I like to do. It's 30 seconds long. This is where I've been. This is what I like to do. Here's my face. Here's the way I dress. Please hire me, right? You're going to dress professional. You're going to get some good lighting. It can be done on a GoPro. That video that you saw is I just shot this on my iPhone, okay? It's really simple. Now, if you want to come off as someone that's going to be billing more than $60 or $100 an hour like I do, you're probably going to want to avoid, I've seen some hilarious videos on Upwork where people are in front of like doorways with cracked walls, and just obviously it looks terrible in the background, just to put it nicely. Okay, you want to get a nice background going. And if you don't have one, just get a green screen. You pick up some fabric at Joann Fabrics or any kind of fabric store, and just put a green screen and just hire somebody on Fiverr.com to go in and make a background for you. But anyway, you should be able to find a nice two or three square foot area in your house where you can do this. A nice background. So let's talk about the rest of this profile. First of all, don't mess around with your reviews. Your reviews are everything. It's usually the first thing that people search for when looking at profiles. They'll skip right down to the reviews. In fact, everybody who has ever hired me for a job, I ask them, what did you think of my profile? And the first thing almost all of them mentions are, you have great reviews. Okay, they don't mention how anything about my skill sets or what I mentioned or in particular up here. And I'm going to go over this in a second. But look at all my reviews. If somebody gives you a 4 out of 5 review, ask them to either take it down or what you can do to make it 5-star. Okay. Some of these, no feedback given, that's fine. Some of these are still in progress, but all these reviews here are 5 stars. I've never gotten anything less than a 5-star because, frankly, if I feel that I've done anything less than stellar service, which is rare, I won't even ask them to put something on Upwork. So you can see all these 5-star reviews here. Some of these are thousands and thousands of dollars. Okay, so always try to beef up your reviews if you have a very satisfied client, don't be afraid to ask them to post a review on Upwork. Okay, and stay on them. A lot of people don't care about reviews, but if you stay on them, you should be able to get that review. Now, let's talk about, obviously, first of all, Upwork gives you several keywords to select during your profile. You always want to max that out with as much as possible, okay? Even if you don't feel that you're the best at something, like for example Kickstarter. I've only done 3 or 5 Kickstarter projects. I wouldn't consider myself an expert, but I put that on there because I needed some more to fill up. You want to Upwork offers 10 projects or 10 keywords, so you're going to want to fill them all up. Okay. Now, the top of your profile in the overview section should be a bulleted list of 3 to 5 items. Now, what's the significance of 3 to 5? Well, think about it like TV shows, your favorite TV shows like Seinfeld or Friends or King of Queens, my personal favorite, right? You always see 3 to 5 main characters. And the reason for that is because the human mind really can't digest more than 3 to 5 things at one time. Okay, this is part of my psychology, my neuromarketing coming out, and how the brain processes information. Put 3 to 5 bullet points of your accomplishments or if you don't have any accomplishments, your ideal work that you would like to do at the top. So if they get nothing out of this, you have to assume that people are going to be skimming through your profile. If they get nothing out of this, they're going to see the bullet points at the top. What are they going to want to take away from your profile more than anything else? If you could boil that down to 3 to 5 bullet points, what would that be? Put that at the top. Now, the structure of this is your next section is what you've done. Now, a lot of you in here are brand new to freelancing. That's fine. If you haven't done anything, then you're going to want to skip this section. But this is really up front. What you want to do is put what you've accomplished in terms of the work that you like to do. A lot of people have accomplished things that they don't like to do, and they're trying to shift careers or something. Then don't put that, because you don't want that type of work. The Upwork algorithm will actually search these keywords in here to rank you higher for various searches. So you only want to put on your profile the work that you actually want to attract. Okay? So for me, I love working with startups and mid-market leaders, those that are making 1 million to 10 million. Okay? So some of my accomplishments include, and you just write them, again, bullet point format. You're writing this as if you're writing it for a package design. Okay, if you know anything about product packaging, you want to write it like you have 3 to 5 seconds to impress somebody and to understand the product that you are. Okay, so you talk a little bit about yourself in the first person. So I have this, I have that. I see a lot of profiles are writing, Mr. Smith has done this, or that's so impersonable. Write something very personable, like you're speaking to someone about your skill sets like they're in the room with you. Okay. Now, you want to do a bulleted section on skill sets. Notice how there's very little sentences here. Okay, just a little bit about if I were to give an elevator pitch, if somebody I just met at a party asked me what I do for a living, I would put those in full sentences. But my skill sets and my accomplishments, all that stuff is bullet formatted. So what I did in my top skill sets is the top work that I'm looking for. Okay, I love strategy and I love coaching. I probably love coaching more than strategy. I should probably switch these. But anyway, these are the type of skill sets that I like to do in the order in which I like to do them. Okay. Um, After that, you're going to want to put some of your own testimonials. I see a lot of people put these and they sound really fake. If you don't have any testimonials, that's fine. Always ask a client after you work with them. In fact, these testimonials, one of these, this first one right here, came because I offered her free work, just because I wanted a testimonial. Okay, so I gave her like 10 hours of free work, actually coaching advice, and she came in and gave me a great testimonial in exchange for that. Totally worth it. Okay, so get 3 to 5 testimonials and put them in quote format and make them real. Please don't make them fake. Everything you want to do should be portrayed as honesty. It's a number one quality you should have as a freelancer. Okay, so go ahead and build yourself a great profile using those techniques. And the other thing I want to show you is to sign up for a company called Calendly, calend.ly.com. Now, what you can do with this is you'll be given a link to where people can sign up to do what's called a discovery call with you. So Calendly is free. I do have the upgraded platform, well worth it. It's like $6 or $8 a month. And it has a bunch of extra features that will make your life so much more easier. But what Calendly does is once you get a response from someone who's interested in a job that you bid on, you can just write back and say, please schedule some time on my calendar. In fact, look at my quick text paste. Control C right here. Please put a time on my calendar with my Calendly link. So if you'll see that, let me just show you my Calendly link real quick. And I won't spend too much time on this since some of you may be familiar with Calendly. Calendly.com. You can see right here they can block a 15-minute time with me, a 30-minute time, and a 60-minute time. Now don't worry, they can't see what's on your calendar. Okay, so let me just click 30 minutes. All they do is they select the day. It adjusts to the time zone that their browser is in. So if you're on Eastern and they're in Pacific time, don't worry about it. It says right here, times are on Pacific time because that's where my browser is right now. And it just shows that you're not available during certain times. It won't even show, it won't even come up here as an option. So it won't say that you've got a dinner with Larry at 3 or you're going to go play tennis at 7. It doesn't say any of that. It just shows the available times. So then the user can just click it and just confirm it, and then they'll get an email notice that says that you've got Mike Volkan is going to call you at this time, or they'll call, or you call them, or whatever. It's really easy to set up. 20 minutes. This is probably the best marketing tool I use. It saves me so much time. What time are you available? Oh, I'm not available at that time. Oh, what time do you have available? Back and forth garbage with calendaring and scheduling different things. Waste of time. Just use Calendly. Totally worth it. So the other thing I want to show you is bidding on job letters. Now, there's a specific sequence to getting the job right. Bidding a job, I win, well over 15, I'd say well over 10%. I think the exact figure was 14% when I just did my analysis. I looked at my numbers at all the jobs I bid on, how much I actually win was about 14%. That's pretty dang high considering most people who post jobs on Upwork, most of them don't even go through to hiring someone. And then most people who reach out to you don't wind up hiring someone either. So if you consider the actual people who have hired jobs that you've bid on, I would say it's probably double, if not triple, the 14% number. So the first part of your bidding on job letters, when you find a job that you're interested in and you want to bid on them, that's what you're going to use quick text paste for, is just to easily paste something. But the big problem that freelancers do on Upwork is they just paste the same thing over and over again. It's totally impersonable. And I did that for many months before I realized that doing just one custom sentence increased my response rate 3.5%, almost 350%. My responses skyrocketed, and I measure this every month. I'll measure all the email responses I'll get, and I constantly test every aspect of bringing in opportunities, of bidding on job letters, my response rate, my hire rate, so I can always be winning and improving myself. Okay, so the numbers that I'm giving you are real, and the reason why I'm telling you that those things should be structured in the way they are is because I have measured the heck out of everything. Okay, so the first sentence when you bid on jobs is a custom sentence that specifically references their project. The first thing you want to do is you want to compliment them. And I'm giving you a script here for what works. Okay? Hi, great job with your job description. Many people don't take the time to write specific tasks. Okay? That's kind of generic, but it also compliments them. I use this a lot. But I don't use it for people who don't write specific tasks. Okay? I looked into your drone business. This is for a particular aviation drone company I just bid on. I looked into your drone business a bit, and I have some comments for you to increase conversions. Now, why am I not pasting those comments right here? One, because I want them to write me back so I know who they are, because once they write you back, you know who they are and you get much more information about them. You can friend them on LinkedIn. You can do whatever you want to further a conversation with them in Upwork chat rooms, okay? But without that response, you don't know who you're writing to. Okay, so you're giving them a little bit of curiosity here, but you're also personalizing it a little bit that you've looked into who they are. Okay, now the next part is you want to tell them exactly who you are and who you have helped. This is important for you, not so much for them, but it's important for you because you don't want to further communicate with them if they are not who you are looking for. Who is your ideal client? If you don't know who that is, stop everything right now and write down who your ideal client is, who you want to work with. So you tell them who you are. I'm a chief marketing officer. I've built and sold 3 companies of my own. I've worked with large companies managing teams of multi-million-dollar budgets as well as startups. In fact, over the past decade, I've helped over 70 startups build and implement marketing strategies. You may not have these credentials. Most people don't. That's perfectly okay. But take the structure of this sentence and tell people exactly who you are to get them to think, hey, this is who I'd like to work with. This fits in my criteria, okay? Now, the next section should appeal to their needs and their pain points. You should tell them the work that you like to do that provides commonality into what they're asking. This is where you reference the job that they posted, okay? I understand the position you are in. Again, I am appealing to their pain point. I get you guys are looking for someone. I get it. You need someone immediately. I get it. You know, whatever they're putting in their job description, read it because they often are stating their job. They're often stating their pain points. I just had to fire somebody. I hear that all the time because the last guy didn't meet my expectations, or I need somebody urgently. Somebody left me without information that I need. Whatever that is, reference it here. Reference their pain points right here. I understand the position you're in. I'm a fractional remote CMO. For this particular job, this person was needing a marketing leader. They had 2 mid-level marketers with no leadership. Hey, I understand the position you're in. You don't want to have to lead a marketing department. You have other jobs that you need to do running the company. You're the president. I get it. I'm a fractional CMO, remote CMO. I work with companies that need full-time marketing leaders. So all I did is I'm referencing their pain point here and telling them that's what I do. It can't get any simpler, but you're personalizing this for them. This whole process, you know, this is standard, okay, right here. This is standard right here. This whole process, you're just customizing this and this. It should take you less than 2 minutes to do, okay? The last section is just to keep it short and polite, but you want to leave a cliffhanger, okay? Do you have time for a call tomorrow? Outright ask them. This is a huge no-go. A lot of freelancers do not ask for time. I can't begin to tell you how many people just write back saying, yeah, I got time tomorrow. I'll talk to you for 15 minutes. Okay? Getting them on the phone is crucial. Okay? Because a lot of these jobs, you're going to get 15, 20, sometimes even 50. If you're in web development, you're going to have 50 plus people you're competing with for every job. Do you have time for a call tomorrow? Very simple. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Thanks for your time, okay? That's how your job letter should be structured. I have tried this 1,000 different ways from Sunday. This is the one that gets me the most responses. I hope you enjoyed this. Please, please play this again and just really think about structuring your job letter and your profile the way that I suggest. It will save you so much trial and error in the future. Best of luck.